Where to start with this. Harry, you just walked over here and said, we don't do things easily. That feels like quite the understatement tonight.
Yeah, obviously it's an incredible game. Yeah, we made really hard work of it, I must say. Half time, we obviously 2-0 up and we had full control. I think even of the second half, I felt like we had chances to score that third, and then they scored out of nowhere a bit of a pinball goal, and then it puts us on the back foot, and they managed to get that equaliser, and then obviously to go 4-2 down in extra time against 10 men is nowhere near good enough. We opened ourselves up too much, and they're a good team. They have some good forwards. They play great football, but we dug in and we shown great spirit, and that's what this stadium does. And to come back like that, yeah, it's an incredible performance from everyone in the final minutes.
Kobbie, as you're watching that unfold, when you come on the pitch, what's the mentality like, especially when you go 4-2 down? I know this club has great comebacks in their history, not many like that though.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was an amazing comeback. We put ourselves in that situation though, but now when I come on, I was just trying to bring energy and, you know, try and contribute to the team. They've been doing so well, and you know, just to carry on the energy and feed off the rest of the players.
When you get the ball, though, on the edge of the penalty area, how did you stay so calm? I think, have we seen you do that against Liverpool? It felt very similar.
I mean, when the ball drops you in there, a yard feels like a mile, innit? So you just got to try and stay as calm as you can and slot it, and look, that's what I did.
Harry, the get level, we're all watching that there thinking there might be time for a winner here. Did you believe that? Yeah, definitely. I felt like, obviously, the fourth goal for them was a real sucker punch, because even going 3-2 down, I felt like we were going to get chances to come back into it. But yeah, as soon as we got the fourth, I felt like there was going to be another chance, and obviously it fell to myself, and thankfully I put it in the back of the net, and yeah, it was an amazing feeling. Was there a nervous wait though? Because we thought they might be looking maybe at a push. Yeah, I think he was backpedaling, but I don't think there was I think I just held him there with my left hand. There was contact, obviously, but I don't think they were nowhere near enough for a foul. And yeah, I seen it all the way, and I guided it into that far corner. Listen, it's not been an easy season on or off the pitch. This Europa League campaign, though, has been good to Manchester United. A moment like that to win the game and win the tie and go through, what can that do now for this team for the rest of the season?
I mean, of course, the performance wasn't up to the highest standard for us, but a win like that can bring so much momentum, you know? I mean, when we're rolling the snowball, it's getting bigger and bigger, and we're trying to go all the way.
Well done, guys. Enjoy the moment. See you in Bilbao.
Thank you.
Quite simply, an incredible night here at Old Trafford. Kobbie, Mainoo and Harry Maguire with the goals in extra time to win it for Manchester United. And they are getting serenaded as they walk off the pitch, because Manchester United, from somewhere, none of us know how, they've kept their season alive. They were on the brink of going out, and they've somehow managed to get through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. We're going to be disbelief, I think, as well. As far as moments go, Rio, you were up in the commentary box when that Harry Maguire winner went in. Where does that rank for moments here at Old Trafford? That was just special.
I've never seen anything as a spectator. Once I'm retired, I ain't seen anything like that. I've not been involved in the game, punditry, in doing the comms. It was just an amazing thing. We saw so many fans leaving when it went to 4-2, and you thought, you know what, this is over. I said in commentary, it's going to take more than a miracle to get back in it. Well, now I'm actually a believer, because that was outrageous.
It was absolutely unbelievable, Paul. We were watching it from just behind where Ruben Amorim stands on the touchline. When the first goal went in, when Bruno scored the penalty, you felt that there was belief there. But did you at that point feel a winner was going to come?
I did, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, because...
Don't lie, you didn't. You couldn't have believed that.
Honestly, Rio, you've seen special things happen at this club loads of times, and I think back to the Ole Gunnar against Liverpool.
Oh.
It reminded me slightly, I know it's only 2-1, and this was 5-4?
Yeah.
Lost count. It was 5-4, but I just always feel once you get one here, you've got a chance. You're playing against 10 men as well. Maguire up front, they don't know how to do that. Do you know what? I actually didn't think that was a penalty. I know the lads up in commentary saying there was contact, but it wasn't enough contact to go down. Casemiro does really well to buy that, and obviously with the contact, the VAR have to give it them.
Just to set the scene of how incredible this was, there was only 6 minutes of this match left to play, and Manchester United needed 3 goals to win it. Bruno Fernandes, in that pressure moment, Rio, he knew he had to score that penalty to keep his side in this.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want anybody else picking that ball up and slotting it in the back of him in this Man United team. He's somebody who he does things in games that kind of blow you away, and you think, wow, it takes your breath away a bit. And today was no different in that respect. But when the pressure situations come, you want him in and around it. And again, the cute play there and the actions of Casemiro you see to get that penalty was great. But then again, you're just throwing it up there saying, listen, Harry Maguire, get up there, cause havoc. He done it in a game not too long ago, by the way. Yeah, not on Forest. Yeah. So you know he's capable, and he went up there. But Kobbie Mainoo's finish as well, that was an exquisite finish. The composure, how calm he was in that situation when you know the pressure's on. But I said in commentary as well, this is an area in the football pitch where I feel he's probably at his most comfortable. When he gets it here, we saw it at Wolves in a Man United shirt here, chops back. Again, clear HD, 4K you see in the game in them moments.
That's the position he has to play for me, Rio. Yeah. I don't think he's quite got the energy to play in a 2 midfield. There's too many spaces to fill. Yeah. I think in that number 10 role, that advanced role, he has got real quality. Look at that.
The guns are out though, look. Wow.
And Rio, you just said to me and Paul when you got down here that you didn't know they had a camera on you up there. No. It was great to see your reaction.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, Rio didn't have a camera on him. Come on. Come on.
No, he didn't. I mean, what an incredible moment. That made it 4-4.
Here he comes.
And here comes the Manchester United manager. Before we show you Harry Maguire's winner, Ruben, congratulations.
Man. Congratulations. Wow.
I mean,
nice to see you smile.
Wow. Wow. Do you have any words to sum that up?
No, it was hard, and I was watching again the 99, the documentary.
Oh yeah.
So to have some inspiration for this moment, but was a great night. I think the team were tired, and you feel it during the game, and then 4-2 with one more player, and you think it's over, but here is never over.
Did you believe? Did you still believe?
I felt that here everything is possible, and then you feel the environment, and then after the 4-3, the penalty from Bruno, and you feel that you can change the game.
How pleased are you that you was actually about to change the game with goals, given the fact that you didn't really have many goals on your bench, but you made those substitutions and they had huge impact in the end?
We tried to put Harry Maguire because he's the only guy that can score a goal with his header, and then Kobbie Mainoo he has a lack of pace in this moment because he had that injury and he stopped for a while, but he's really good on short spaces, and then he has the ability to do that kind of goal, and then we try it, and sometimes it works, and today was a good day.
How important is it now, Ruben? I know you're coming into the end of the season, which is really important part, to get some of your better players back. You've got Luke Shaw some minutes tonight, obviously Mason Mount, Manu you mentioned as well. Such an important time to get them back onto the pitch.
It's really important because I can feel that is really, when you are here, you can feel that playing Premier League and the European games is really hard. If you don't have the full squad, it's almost impossible. Mason Mount brings us experience. You can see Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw was meant to play 30 minutes top, but then we had a problem with News at halftime. Vic has a personal problem. He had to leave. So all this stuff happened during this game, but in the end it was a good day.
Going back to the performance, what's your feelings on the performance in general? Going 2 goals up, throwing it away, allowing 4 goals against you. What's your general feeling around that?
I think we start well, but we are not really consistent to maintain the game in the same way for a long time. And then when I feel that the team is a little bit tired, we drop a lot. And but we have experience against games against Arsenal and City. We can defend quite well this moment. I think we should do better in the 2 goals of Lyon. But that's it. I think we have a lot to improve, but the character was there.
Is there a frustration for you, Ruben? You think from the Premier League performances then to Europa League, it seems to be different. Like it frustrates the life out of me. It must be frustrating for you.
Yeah, of course, because especially because of the reflection of the coach is the league. You can be good in European games, but your reflection as a team is the league. and we are underperforming. But then we have to see the context. You can see that we lack a lot of characteristics in our team. You want to push forward, and sometimes you see Garner really tired, but you feel during the game he's the only one can make transitions.
Yeah.
So you
think
feel a lot
physically it's a bit of a problem?
Yeah, I think so. And
running pace, power.
Yeah, and
strength.
when we play against European teams, you can feel that we can cope better with that.
Yeah.
In Premier League, we suffer a lot. We can play good, but sometimes to create chances, to let the players one against one with three defenders in the back, we try to do it today and we manage to do it sometimes. In Premier League, it's completely different.
Let's get positive, man. It's been a great result, entertaining, the emotions up and down all day. This must be a bit of belief now built into this team and to you now based on what you've achieved today and the emotion that runs alongside it.
I think is one type of moment that can change a lot of things, and sometimes we just look at the tactical aspect, the physical aspect, but these kind of moments can change a lot in the player's mind. I think we'll have to go to be really focused on Europa League, and we have to take a risk sometimes with the kids in Premier League, and we have to be tough on that, and the fans have to understand that we have to focus on the Europa League.
Athletic Bilbao next, where you hope to end this season lifting silverware. Is there genuine belief in that dressing room and with you that you can go all the way and do it?
Yes, you can see in the stadium. So everybody in the moment can believe that is possible. We need to be a little bit luck on the injuries to reach that with some players. Is going to be tough, but the last I had in my career one final, and I had the semi-final in Turin, and the final was in Turin. So we lost the final, so let's change that. It could be the same as a coach.
Before we let you go, we were just about to see Harry Maguire's winner when you were joining us. Let's watch it with you here, Ruben. Talk us through what your emotions were like when you saw this header go in from Harry Maguire.
I think if you see the goal of Kobbie and Harry Maguire, the sound of the stadium was the best sound I ever. You want to keep that. Sometimes people want to keep a lot of things, shirts, and I just want to keep that sound. It's the best sound in the world.
You want to bottle up that sound, that feeling as well when that went in.
And when you turn to the fans, and they are crazy. I feel for the people who had to live in the 2-4 because of the traffic. They will be gutted.
And it was a roller coaster of emotions for you, for Rio, for some of the fans in this stadium. We saw a young fan who was in tears at 2-4, and then this was him celebrating when that winner went in. That's what you want to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a special moment, and we know that we are underperforming, and we deserve all the critics, but we still have time to make something special of this season, so we have to think like that and to be positive.
Good luck.
Ruben, good luck. Yeah, thank you so much.
Good luck. Thank you.
Brilliant.
And we look forward to watching another great match in Bilbao. Thank you very much.
I'll tell you one thing. I think it's true what he's saying. You can look at the tactics and we can pick that apart. I think today's not a time for that. I think you look at the character of this team, down and out at one point, 4-2, especially the way that it went from being 2 up to 4-2 down. You don't understand, but you'd sit there and go, look, and I can see why they threw the towel in at the end there and just leave it. But they didn't. They rolled their sleeves up. They went again. They rolled the dice again a few times, and they got their luck. And then they go on and win the game. It's just remarkable, really.
He knows physically his team isn't quite there.
Yeah. He basically told us
that's where his frustrations are. He knows he quite. Because even when Lyon, Bilbao, go down to 10 men, it wasn't really an advantage because there's still players in Manchester United team who physically aren't great. Maguire's with Casemiro, Mason Mount who hasn't got games under his belt, who can run when he plays. Luke Shaw hasn't got a bit. Kobbie Mainoo, so it wasn't really that much an advantage. But look, that's the happiest we've ever seen him. And we were sat right behind him, 5 yards on the bench. He's never been like that. He's always looked disappointed with what he's seen, and tonight was different. Great experience for everyone.
I think it's good to hear. It's refreshing when you hear that transparent kind of answer. Like, my team aren't up to it in certain areas. I think it's
in the Premier League.
In the Premier League,
Yeah.
and,
knows it,
and we spoke about that before the game, and I think it's kind of obvious for everyone to see. But when you hear the manager come out and not try and give you fluff, and try and blur it for you, and try and put paper over the cracks, he's saying, listen, this is it. This is the situation. Let me get to the end of the season. Fingers crossed we can win something. and then we can get into good recruitment. Don't forget, he's only brought in one player. That's Dorgu.
And he's been all right.
And he's been all right as well. I think he's adapted quite well. But I want to see what he's like in this next phase, and hopefully they can get over the line and get their hands on the trophy and then move on.
Yeah. Well, they don't need to dream, Rio, because they managed somehow, as you say, to pull off a miracle here tonight. Let's get some more Manchester United reaction now. Leny Yoro has been talking to Danny Jameson.
Leny, what an absolutely crazy game to watch. What was it like to be a part of?
Honestly, I don't understand what happened. That was crazy. You know, the fans, they were crazy. They really helped us to do it. And yeah, really proud of us.
At 4-2 down in extra time, what's going through your mind?
Honestly, a lot of things, you know, it's difficult. But when you hear the fans, even with 4-2, you know you can do it. And when we scored the penalty, I was sure, you know, that was too crazy to don't win this game. Yeah.
So when Bruno scores a penalty to make it 4-3, at that moment you think we're going to win this?
Yeah, of course, we need to believe. If you don't believe, you cannot win. So we give everything, and thanks God we win this game. Yeah.
Everybody that we spoke to this week said that you're going to need the supporters tonight. It felt like they really turned up and roared you on, particularly that last 5 minutes when it got level.
Yeah, honestly, this is what the fans deserve. They give everything in every game, whatever the position in the table. You know, they're always there to support us. So I want to say thank you to the fan, you know, because this is because of them that we win the game.
There's a famous line of commentary in this club's history, name on the trophy. Does it feel like maybe this can be a springboard to go to Bilbao in the semi-final and maybe win and make it back to the final of the Europa League this year?
Of course, our target is to win the trophy. You know, we are Manchester United, we need to believe for this. And I'm sure we can do it. We will give everything to do it. And this game show everything, you know, until the last minute. And yeah, that was crazy.
Well done, Leny.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I love that reaction. That was so genuine at the end from Leny Yoro. That was just crazy. It must be so hard when you've played in a game like that and you come off the pitch, you're asked to go into the interview room and do an interview. And how was that? How do you sum that up? I mean, it must be impossible.
Yeah, it's difficult. Look, you probably won't sleep for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You were not sleeping tonight at Rio after a game like that. And
I'd have been out.
defensive as well, 5-4. It wasn't really a game for defensive people, was it? Look, it was amazing. It was incredible. They did get out of jail a little bit, of course, and they're going to play a better team in Athletic Bilbao. But as the manager said there, that noise when that goal goes in, when the fifth one goes in, and Kobbie Mainoo with his brilliant goal as well. It's just, I keep saying it, but I'm pleased for him because he's had so many disappointments, especially Premier League-wise. He hasn't been. I said last week he didn't like his team. Probably the wrong word. I don't think he enjoys watching his team at times because he knows he expects a lot more. And he got a little bit of it tonight. He got that excitement. He got and this is Europa League. Remember, imagine Champions League with the big games there, the atmosphere. If he builds a team that's good enough to compete, it'll be twice
Well,
that.
they've given themselves a chance to still play in the Champions League next year, Rio, by staying in this competition. Yeah. They go all the way, they win it, they lift that trophy. Not only is it silverware, but it's their way into the Champions League for next season. And they've kept their hopes alive now with that. Do you believe they can go all the way and do it?
Well, they're in the shake-up. I think that's all you can ask for. You want to get through. I said before the game, just forget performance, just get through, get into the next round. And they've done that, so they've got a chance. But I think he does. This is a team that isn't a reflection of him. That's his biggest disappointment. Yeah. I think that's what he wants to get nearer to. And you need time to build that.
Here's how it's shaping up then, guys. So on Manchester United's side of the draw, they're going to be facing Athletic Bilbao in the semi-final. They're away for the first leg, then at home for the second leg, which is a big deal as well, like we saw tonight.
Big plus, yeah.
And on the other side of the draw, Tottenham facing Bodo Glimt. Will we see an all-English final? What do you think?
I hope so, yeah. There's certainly a big chance of that. It'll depend on how United do in Bilbao, I think. If they can stay in that game, if maybe get a sneaker draw out there or even behind by 1 goal, because we've seen what can happen tonight. Not like it's going to happen all the time, but there's always that chance. I think Bodo Glimt are a good team, actually.
Yeah,
I think they came in and they were really unlucky against Man United. And Tottenham will have it's going to be a good performance to try and get through.
I think the big thing that you were speaking about before, I think is so critical, is how you go into that game physically. Man United need to be in a good place physically. Get your players, your experienced players back. Yeah. If they do that, they're in a good place.
He said it earlier there. He's going to play all the kids virtually. Yeah. Premier League's gone. He's done. Yeah. I think it's done for him as well. He's going to rest everyone for this competition now.
Where did that rank in terms of games you've both watched as fans very quickly before we go?
It's definitely top 3. It's up there. I think it's got to be. Go on, wait.
I'm just thinking Europa League. And,
yeah, it's true. Why is this pet
Always
negative?
rely on Paul